care and get their needs assessed. We also work with a dentist. We have 2 dentists that we work with in Sarasota, and we need many more dental services in our community. But we have 2 dentists that are grateful, that we are blessed with, that we can use for emergencies. And all we have to do is send a referral to them. We also have a barber, a local barber that we work with, and he does free haircuts for us. We also do haircuts right on the property. So we're trying to do whatever we can do, to help make someone's life better. We're looking at many families who are living out of their cars right now. We're looking at many families that are living in the woods. We have 16 to 17 homeless camps that we've identified that we work with, and each one of those are looking for a sense of purpose. They're looking for community that will embrace them, encourage them, and mentor them to go on to the next step. As a community, we need to support this. We need to try to get them rehabilitated so that they can be part of our community. And I guarantee you, as they become part of our community, they want to give back to the community. And I think that's very important that we as a community embrace this step-up plan, and that we talk about it everywhere that we go, because we need to be a voice for the homeless in our community. And there's many people that don't even know that services are available to them. I'll tell you a couple stories about some of the people. This morning on my way here, it just has torn at my heartstrings, because there was a gentleman that the police department brought to the Center of Hope, and so that we could find a home for him. Well, first of all, he only had the clothes that were on his body. He did not have any legal ID. He did not have a Social Security card. He had not eaten in 5 days. And he showed up, at the Center of Hope. We found him behind our garbage dumpster. He was afraid. He came from Louisiana. He didn't know anybody. He had no idea where services were, where any services were. And the very first thing that we did as we found him behind our garbage dumpster is we fed him, of course. And we got him everything that he needed as far as hygiene items, and got him some warm clothing, and gave him a tent, and also got him a sleeping bag. And I called one of the gentlemen that we've been dealing with for some time who has been homeless, and I said, I need your help. And he says, well, what can I do to help you? I says, I have someone here, and I need you to put him on a piece of land, for the night. Do you have a place that you can hide him? And he was very gracious to do that for me. And that person was at the Center of Hope again this morning, waiting for me when I got in. And he said that he had been in the hospital for 7 days, had no idea why he was in the hospital, lost every single one of his belongings, and again, does not have a license, does not have an ID, and he is a veteran, and he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, one of the things is, until we can get him help, and we can't put him into a shelter because he doesn't have a legal ID. That's one of the first problems. I can't get him veterans help because we first have to have a legal ID. We have to have birth certificate. One of the problems is that he can't even remember where in the world he was born. So we're trying to track down where we can get a birth certificate for him so that we can get him the help that he needs to move him on to the next step. But we have become his family because he doesn't have any other place to go. He doesn't know anybody, and every time that we give him something, he loses it because he forgets, because he has an episode, and he forgets where he was, where his bicycle was, where his clothing was, and he forgets when he ate last. These are the kinds of people that are in our community, that are living out on the streets, that we deal with every single day. And what our job is to bring hope to the hopeless. And together we can do this. Nobody should have to live that way. We had a family that came to us. They were living in a car. They didn't ask for money. They didn't ask for food. All they asked for was a tent because they had a 6-year-old child, and that 6-year-old child needed to stretch her legs. They asked for a tent. My husband went and bought them a tent. We encouraged them. We got them the tent so that they could sleep in a safe place. And through that effort of counseling them, they were able to, with help from the Season of Share program, get an apartment. A church helped furnish that apartment. We got them jobs, and they are now still part of the community today. That is a success story. Not everybody out there wants to be homeless. Not everybody is chronically homeless. There are people that want jobs. They want to help. They want to serve in some capacity. And that's why I think as a community, as Sarasota, that we can together make a difference in the lives that we serve. And we can also, this can be a pilot for other communities to come forth to adopt. That they too can look at what's happening in Sarasota. This should be known as a city of compassion. A city of compassion. And together, with all of us, we can make a difference. We can make a difference. So I hope that each and every one of you today will adopt this plan. You would take this plan, you would talk about it into the community, because there's something for each person to do. And, together we'll continue to feed the people, we'll continue to find housing for the people, we'll continue to clothe the people. And, all we have to do is just do our part, and we can make a difference. So thank you very much.
You know everything there is to know. Please, though, as I say, go online, and you'll be able to register online, stepupsarasota.org. Then you'll get notices as we post additional information. And think this through. Think this through in terms of, where are we on target? Where aren't we? What's missing? What's there? What can you own? What can you do? What do you know about? We need leadership teams, and we're going to, a lot of people have their name on a team. They just don't know it yet. But those are some of the rounds that we're making. But we do have remarkable leadership expertise in this community, and we do have those teams for each of these objectives that will carry this forward. So we expect that. Was there something, Julie, that you were pointing out? Okay. Pardon? Oh, yes. If you haven't signed in, I wish that you would, because we can then, again, keep you informed. So, again, I just really appreciate that you all came. I know that especially our media partners, everyone, your time is precious. So I really appreciate you've spent so much time with us today. All of you. Thank you.